Hi everyone, Claudia here from Lighting Clarity. Today's question to Spirit: what can you do to bring in more opportunities into all areas of your life this year? What can you do to bring in more opportunities into all areas of your life this year? So we have King Solomon, Lady Kuan Yin, or Archangel Michael for you to choose from. Without further ado, I'm going to bring in King Solomon of the Light for those of you who have chosen him. Please bear with me while I connect for you. Thank you. So Solomon shows me there will be some moving carpets that you will be dancing on top of. They will be moving from under your feet. There are going to be some realignments along your road this year. He says, I want you to allow your lives to unfold. Allow your roads to unfold this year in front of you. He says, I don't want you to hold on too tightly and I don't want you to let go. He says, I want you to be more balanced in changing the things you can change, accepting what you can't. But at the same time, he says, walking in certain determined directions in where it is that you want to go. He says, do keep your goals in sight and intend to walk towards them. Put the steps down in place that you need to walk towards those goals. But don't hold on to them so tightly. He says, we want you to be flexible because there will be there'll be moving carpets under your feet, and there is some realignments along your roads as you walk along this year, he says. All right, hang on. He says, sometimes you put yourself under pressure. Not all of you, but some of you do. He says, you're going to learn this year that doesn't work. He says, I want you to be aware of being in the flow and learning about being in the flow of your life, learning about being in the flow within yourself. He says, putting pressure on yourself when the energy isn't there supporting you yet to do with that particular endeavor or that goal isn't going to bring that goal faster to you. He says it's learning to feel when the energy is right in order to move ahead with the ideas that you have. He says it is up to you the type of year that you will have. He says you have that choice to decide what sort of a year you're going to have. It's when you intend it, he says, it goes into your timeline. It goes into those different life areas that we're talking about. He says that you're wanting change, that you're wanting growth, that you're wanting the new opportunities to come into. He says there will be in about 2 life areas an opening, and there will be a change, and there will be a welcome change that comes into those 2 life areas. So he makes me feel there will be some new opportunities offered to you for those life areas, and you'll be like, yeah, no, that sounds good. We'll do that. That sounds good. Let's go ahead with that. And he shows me those 2 openings coming in. He says this year is about you learning to balance your energies and to balance yourself, not fight against the tide, but move with the tide of your life. He says, don't be afraid of what will leave your life, for this is making room for something better to come. And he says there is going to be a life-changing shift. It may not be this year, it could be next year. He's making me feel there will be some sort of life-changing shift coming in. And it will take you a little bit to get used to that life-changing shift. However, it's going to place you on a different platform with different types of opportunities and people around you that you will in many regards prefer. In some regards it will take time to get used to, but you will prefer it, is what he shows me. I'm going to thank Solomon for coming in. And for those of you who have chosen Lady Kuan Yin, let's bring her in. Thank you. So Lady Kuan Yin is making me feel things are being taken care of. It's something I don't normally say. I'm going to give you that. It's what she's saying. Things are being taken care of. She's making me feel there is some sort of contract that is coming to alignment that each of you who have chosen her right now, at a subconscious level, not a conscious level, at a subconscious level, are aware of. This is a contract that you have made with the higher selves, we'll put it plural, and it was always going to come into being in the time that it's going to come into being. So I'm feeling as though there'll be more joy, more happiness, more optimism, they're the words, coming into your life over the course of this year and in the period to come as well. She said, sometimes you look outside your own circle and you look far and wide for what you want. She's saying, we want you to remain in the body. We want you to remain focused on the self, focused on what is in front of you, and look at what it is that you want to change and think about how you can do that. She says, you have the ability of change and choice here coming in, the ability of choice coming in. Thus, that instigates change in those different life areas that you're wanting to see more improvement in. She says, naturally things will start to dissipate what needs to go. Naturally things will start to feel better over the course of this year. A lot of you emotionally will start to feel better. It's like the cloud that's been over your heads. I feel as though some of you have had pressing over the crown and over the top of the eyes. She said that head pressure will start to release and you will start to feel more relaxed and relieved. She says there will be improvement for some of you to do with your work, your businesses, your careers. You're going to get moving this year and go further this year than what you have seen in previous years to do with your careers. Even those of you who are wanting to embark on new careers, and you might do some studying, whatever this is to do with, she says you will find that you will embark on something new this year, and it's going to happen very quickly, and you're going to move very quickly into your careers, very quickly into these new courses. It's going to catapult you forward, and you're going to make some longer strides this year in those areas. So I'm also feeling for you that your holy teams are stepping in nice and close this year to help you with what is you haven't overcome in the past, where there have been blocks and barriers to do with certain life areas. They're going to assist you with pushing through those patterns and allowing openings to come in those life areas, allowing improvement to come in. She says this year there are some important life lessons you're going to move through. She makes me feel like there's one major one and one minor one that you will move through. They will be your breaking point, where it's going to open the gates to more of what is that you've been waiting for, more of what is you've been asking for. So it's one hill or hurdle that you're going to move through, and you will move through it, and you're going to be thankful that you have, because it's going to open up those opportunities that you have been asking for and waiting for a long time. She says, don't lose heart. You stay in your positivity here, stay in your own belief and hope, continue with the faith. They're the words. Continue holding your own faith to do with your lives. You have much to feel, you have much confidence to stand in your faith. She says, you have much to believe in. I can't get the words out, but you understand what she's saying. Have faith, because you have every right to have faith. You have every confidence to have that faith, because what it is that you're wanting will come in small amounts and then in larger amounts. And then you will find, as you move down your timelines, as you move down your roads this year, that it will look different as you come to the end of the year. You were like, wow, I feel so much better. This is great. I'm in this new pool. I'm in this new platform. I'm going to thank Lady Kuan Yin for coming in. And for those of you who have chosen Archangel Michael, let's bring Archangel Michael in. Thank you. So Michael's making me feel that there's a stronger road. Your road is becoming stronger under your feet, and he wants you to make sure that you stay balanced on your road and that you create some strong foundations under your feet to walk along that road. So he's all about strength, and he's coming to the heart center. It's like he's strengthening your auras, he's strengthening the heart centers, and he's assisting with strengthening your road. He's also reminding me he's known as the life purpose angel, and this year he's going to assist you with your life purposes. So Michael's feeling there is one particular goal you're going to be standing next to and you're going to bring to fruition, and you're going to be quite happy and quite confident about this goal. It's like you've been given that opportunity to bring this to fruition, and you will do it. He says, I don't want you to play small or to think small. He says, it's time for you to think outside the box. It's time for you to look further afield from what you have been looking past the shores that you've always looked at. He says there is more opportunities for you, choices that you will see. And there will be choices that you will make this year. They are choices you didn't know you could make. They'll be pleasantly surprising to you. However, for some, they're going to be a necessary step, and they will require confidence. They will require courage, because you are going to be losing sight of what has been comfortable to you, and you'll be stepping out of that comfort zone. So it just makes me feel that shifting scene around you. I'm also seeing a love growing deeper between yourself and somebody. A love growing deeper, whether this is a friendship, whether this is romantic, there is a love growing deeper between you and somebody. So Michael's absolutely working with you this year, and there's a real determination from him that is going to assist you with making some bigger strides this year, bigger ones than what you have made lately or in the past, in the recent past. He says there is a need to get you going, there's a need to get you moving. This is a year where you will get going and moving, and it will require that courage, because you're going to have to leave what is familiar to you behind in different regards to do with certain life areas. But there is that renewed confidence in you that will come forward regardless. And it's like it gains momentum in you. So he makes me feel there is this opening up within you. It's like there's someone within you have shushed down for a long time and you haven't given them a voice. They're going to have one this year. And they're going to be leading you forward, this internal self saying, come on, we want to do this, we want to do that, and giving you that fuel to move forward. You will not be sitting back. It's just what I get. Absolutely not be sitting back. This will be your working year to get things moving finally with what is that you want. You'll bring those opportunities to you. And for some of you, I'm seeing you work overseas or being offered positions overseas. I'm also feeling travel as well, just in general. Don't be afraid of what will be offered to you, and don't be afraid of where your interests are going to take you. All right, I'm going to thank Michael for coming in. All right. All many, many blessings. Have a beautiful weekend. I'll see you all again next week. Thanks, everybody.